All right, we're good on the rain now. We got some big soaking showers, not so much before midnight. It was mainly after midnight, and we got the heavier rains. Officially at Slidell, over 2.5 inches of rainfall, but a number of locations between Slidell and Mandeville had near 4.5 to 5 inches, and likely even some more. We had some big totals in central Plaquemines Parish as well, and thankfully that is done. Rain is clear, and we're also starting to see clearing of our skies outside. Today's high was 81 degrees. Officially at Kenner, rainfall 1.84. Now our lows will be coming down overnight. We started out today in the 70s. We'll be more 50s and 60s tomorrow morning. Not exactly a chill in the air. That comes in on Thursday. Clearing skies at the moment. Temperatures, though, were warm today. We got in the low 80s, still 74. At least dew points are a little lower, and those dew point values will be dropping as well, which will allow us to get a little cooler overnight tonight. In the 70s at the moment, with dew points in the 70s, but 60s and 50s not too far away. So really, before we get into cooler air, it's the drier air that'll make it feel a lot more comfortable for tomorrow. Winds are also relatively light. They will be increasing as we get this initial surge of some chillier temperatures. It's going to be kind of a twofold. First, we'll see temperatures drop a bit, bringing us to more seasonal levels tomorrow, and then even colder air starts moving in. And you can see where that colder air line is just starting to move into Oklahoma, so not quite here just yet. And in fact, the upper pattern is going to be bringing in air that is out over the Pacific Northwest and Western Canada. At the moment, though, in the upper levels, we still have this almost southerly flow. We need this upper trough to kind of sweep on through, which will help to kind of initiate the start in the drop of our temperatures. And then we're going to be looking up into Canada for the air mass that will be pushing south. Now, the core of the cold with this pattern is staying farther to our north. However, with such a cold air mass spreading across the nation, we will see a more significant drop in our temperatures. And thankfully, that will stick with us to wrap up the week and head into the weekend. Now, as we head towards Sunday and Monday, we get what's called a zonal flow, meaning our weather pattern from the upper atmosphere is generally west to east. That kind of cuts off the colder air and gradually allows our temperatures to warm up. Then we are looking at maybe another deepening of the upper jet as we approach this is Thanksgiving. Now, I kind of question as to whether or not the colder or at least cooler air starts to move back in before, on, or right after Thanksgiving. We'll have to wait and see. At the moment, just a little too far out to know for certain. We're definitely going to have the more significant drop in our high temperatures over the coming days, and then kind of a gradual warming trend before Thanksgiving. The question is, when do we see another front? Our morning start tomorrow, 50s and 60s, maybe a light jacket, a high of around 70 degrees. As we head into Thursday morning, though, much colder. We're in the 30s, 40s, and only around 50 degrees in the metro area. Again, kind of 30s, 40s to start the morning on Friday and on Saturday. And for the next couple of mornings, going back to Thursday and Friday, we're also going to have some strong winds, so that will actually give us a bit of a wind chill, making it feel more like the lower 40s and 30s. So some very chilly temperatures are on the way. And in fact, with our wind subsiding a bit on Saturday morning, we could see a little bit of patchy frost, mainly north of 12 on the North Shore. Tomorrow, again, tomorrow morning, not exactly cold, but much cooler, a pleasant feel, 50s and 60s. When you're going to want the jackets to start the day, that's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We start warming right back up by Sunday with more of an onshore wind that'll take us into early next week. And again, kind of questioning as to whether or not we'll see another drop in temperature before Thanksgiving.